Okay, August is almost here, and I hate to say it, it's time to be thinking fall renovations of lawns, and we really need to talk about what's going on with the lawns right now because we're getting reports of people complaining about grubs, dead spots, and all sorts of issues going on with the lawns, especially patches of crabgrass. So we should dig into this and talk about it. Okay, so as with a lot of summers, our weather is all over the place. We've actually been pretty mild. We keep getting a few dry, hot spells, but mostly we've just been dry. The rain shut off, typical in summertime, and we're getting just enough rain to keep the grass from going completely dormant. And we're getting patches all over the place. Now, in this area, we boys beat up on it in the quads, there's trouble areas. But I'm getting people that are getting these random dead spots and they're convinced that it's grubs, and they were actually even seeing beetles flying around. The reality is right now you do not have grubs in your lawn. And so what you can see right here over my shoulder, seeing areas like this. If this was September, October, I'd be absolutely saying that's grub damage. And I'd be going over there, digging around, and sure enough, I guarantee that I would be seeing grubs. There are no grubs in the soil right now. And if there are, they're very few and they're just about to leave. So just quick crash course on grubs themselves. Nasty little critter. Right now, they're out flying around as beetles. There's about 3 major varieties of grubs that cause damage to our lawns. They live in our lawns for 3/4 of the year and feed on the roots of our grass. Many times they don't directly kill the grass, but they weaken the grass by eating up all the roots. And then when we have this dry, hot weather like we're having now, it just dies because it has no reserves, it has no roots, it dies. And so right now, the beetles are flying around. So you're starting to see Japanese beetles flying around, June beetles. So if you're seeing beetles on your windows at night, they're your grubs. So you no longer have grubs in your soil. And so right now, when I'm seeing brown areas like that, it's typically, like I have a lot of ledge around here and or pockets of just poor soil. With this weather, when we got into 100-degree weather back a month or so ago, I noticed diseases fly around. Weeds started popping up all over the place. The grass just did not have time to transition to that heat. We're right now going through some high 90s again. Grass is handling it just fine. I'm not seeing it. It's bad. We're all kind of handling the heat a little bit better because we've had time to transition. The lawn is no different. And so right now, many areas that are in the shade are handling the temperatures just fine and are handling the drought just fine. And so what we're looking for is keep an eye on the trouble areas. So what do we do? Because I'm noticing a lot of weeds popping up and I'm noticing these dead patches. The dead patches, not much. I'm leaving them be. Right now with my lawns, these areas right here with these 2 big trees, this area stays green pretty well most of the summer because the tree is shading the area. But if we stay with rain shut off for too long, those trees are just gonna suck every ounce of moisture out of that ground and actually kill all that grass. It happens every few years because I don't irrigate. But I planted that last year and it's handling the drought this year just fine. But I'm going to send a little bit of water on there if we don't get the volume of rain. Tomorrow we're supposed to get some showers. If we don't get a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch of rain anytime soon, and I'm talking slow, steady rains, not thunderstorms. If we don't get anything like that, then yes, I'm gonna set up sprinklers and I'm gonna give that grass a good deep drench. I don't do that in the full sun. I let the grass go dormant. The years that our grass gets really dry and crispy, I find the lawn comes raging back in the fall and the lawns look beautiful. Less weeds, less problems. But it's these years where we're getting passing showers. And you can see that's the difference where this is the only area I irrigate. But you can see right on there, I've got little patches of crabgrass that are popping up. Even though I put the prevention down along the edge of the flower beds, I'm getting nut sedge and we're getting little patches of crabgrass. I need to spray those. It's where we pull out the weed controls to kill that because I'm preparing for fall. So this is the problem you have right now. The biggest thing I'm saying to do with your lawns, don't fertilize, don't do anything. If it's going dormant, just let it go dormant. If you're committing to watering like we do just the side here, then you have to stay on it and keep watering as long as we're not getting rain. And so that'll keep that grass really happy. If you're irrigating, you can use the weed killers to go through and spray those weeds and take care of those weeds. However, the rest of my yard that I do not touch, I am also seeing big patches of crabgrass popping up, and nutsedge just loves this weather. And so we're going through and we hit that nutsedge. I will kill grass. Do not spray your lawn right now with the ground as dry as it is if you do not water first. Even though the chemicals are rated for our lawns, and it knows the difference between the weeds and the lawn, and it doesn't typically kill the lawn. If your grass is really dry and thirsty, if you are above 85 degrees, even if it's well watered and it's above 85 degrees, sometimes the grass can absorb too much of the chemical that doesn't normally kill it and fry it. And so, but we're gearing up right now for fall. It's right around the corner. We're about to come in a month from now into some of the best lawn renovation time of the year. So you want to walk your property, let it go dormant, but pay attention to the weeds. If you've got really bad pockets, go out there now, set up a sprinkler, really drench those areas, let the grass recuperate overnight. Then tomorrow you can spray. So we're about to get some storms coming through. I will then let the rain come through. The weather's cooling off. We're gonna get maybe a 1/4 inch of rain. I suspect that that's probably gonna be enough to take the edge off the grass. And then I'll go out at the cooler time of day in the morning or early afternoon, and then I'll spray the weeds. Lawn should handle it just fine. But if there's any question that your ground is pretty dry or how much water you got, take a shovel, poke around. If it's powder, you need to water it. So that's kind of it. We're getting lots of reports about the weeds and the dead areas. And grubs, but it's not grubs. Let it go dormant or water, leave it be, prepare for fall, because we're going to be having other conversations in a month from now on how to renovate that lawn. Those areas that are dead and thinned out and really didn't handle the summer, you want to prepare for that so you take advantage of the fall, beautiful growing weather. All right, I hope that helps. Take care.